After we've explained all the available categories, let's now talk about the dragons. We'll start with the first dragon that appeared in the dragon fighting arena in the first movie, which is Meatlug, or to say it better in English, Meatlug. Actually, I should say she, because in the Dragons, Riders of Berk series, we learned that she's female. Anyway, she is a Gronkle-type dragon, medium-sized, and belongs to the Jalmud category. The Gronkle species is considered one of the toughest dragons in the How to Train Your Dragon world. The strength of this dragon lies in its tough and heavy body. Sometimes he fell on Toothless, the Night Fury, and couldn't move. He has other abilities, such as being able to fly in different directions. He can fly upwards, backwards, and also to the sides. And this is thanks to his relatively small wings that flap quickly like a hummingbird. Because of this, the Gronkle's attack is always in the air, where their main weapon is most effective, which is firing giant balls of molten lava that it consumed while on the ground. The weaknesses of the Gronkle species are that they are lazy and slow in the air, and they spend most of their time sleeping in group piles. And it is also known that they doze off while flying and only wake up when they crash into the ocean or the side of a mountain. And we won't go far, we'll stay in the same arena. The second one he faced in the dragon battle arena was Astrid's dragon, Stormfly. Stormfly is a rare deadly Natter dragon of medium size, belonging to a hybrid class between the Tracker and Sharp classes. The deadly Natter possesses a unique ability, as it carries hundreds of sharp spines that are formed in its skin and tail as well. What's amazing is that it can launch these spines with incredible accuracy. And as we've seen, Astrid always pins enemies to the wall without killing them. The deadly Natter's attacks are always from a distance. And like various other dragons, it can also breathe fire. But not just any fire, but rather some of the hottest flames among all dragon species, as it can melt solid rock and even metal. In the past, it used to turn Vikings to ash with the sheer heat of its blasts. Since it is classified as a tracker, it has an extremely keen sense of smell thanks to its large nose. This brings us to its weakness, which is that it has a blind spot directly in front of its nose. So if you stand directly in front of its nose, it will rarely be able to see you. Just don't sneeze and you'll be fine. It also has another weakness, which is that this dragon can be easily lured. Just give it a piece of chicken and it will take you anywhere without the Dragon King's permission. The Snaptrapper in Belcher is a fierce and strange dragon, and it is a dragon from the hideous Zippleback lineage, belonging to the mysterious dragon class. These dragons have a unique way of attacking and also have two heads. Basically, one head produces a thick green gas while the other creates a spark to ignite it. There's fire in it, and this creates a very large explosion. This type of dragon can also use the gas produced by one of its heads to hide itself from sight, which makes it easier for it to sneak up on its enemies or escape from them. Although this dragon has wings and the ability to fly, you rarely see it in the sky because it prefers to hang out on the ground. And thanks to its relatively large legs, this dragon enjoys exceptional speed and maneuverability on the ground. The weaknesses of this dragon lie in its strange body, because as you know, it has two heads, and each head has its own consciousness. So sometimes, when they don't work together, they lose control of their body, which can lead to a massive collision with a mountain or something like that. Especially if those two fools are riding on them. And just like any lighter, the head that ignites the spark, if you throw water on it now, it won't be able to ignite for a short while. And that's its weakness. This is another weakness added to it. The Terrible Terror's breed is a member of the Strike class. Although the Terrible Terror is one of the smallest known dragons, don't let their small size fool you, because these pesky creatures can cause all kinds of trouble. Most of the time, these dragons are seen in groups of 5 to 10, like pigeons. They also have a deadly fire breath if you bother them. And let's not forget that they can sing at night and annoy the residents of Berk Village. They have also taken over the job of pigeons and become the mail carriers in Berk. One of this dragon's main weaknesses is its small size, because in a fight with a medium-sized dragon, it will always be the loser, as Toothless demonstrated in the first movie. And also, like other dragons, it can easily be distracted by the shimmering light, reflected from a highly reflective surface. The Red Death is a dragon from the Red Death lineage. It belongs to the Alpha class. The Red Death is the largest dragon in the How to Train Your Dragon universe. The largest dragon? The largest dragon in the first movie. This giant dragon is one of a kind. And throughout the entire series, we've only seen one of its kind. And this one is also considered the Queen of Dragons. This cannibal dragon who eats other dragons for breakfast has a massive body and tough skin that allows it to destroy the large volcano it lived in. It also has the ability to breathe a flame mixed with methane, which is so powerful and intense that it can wipe out an entire fleet of Viking ships with a single blast. And it's not just about brute strength and massive destruction. But the Queen of Dragons has also proven that she possesses an incredible endurance while flying, despite her enormous size and her ability to keep up with Toothless for a long period of time. The weaknesses of this dragon, given its unbelievable size, is that it needs more power to brake properly while flying. And because of its massive methane breath, it ends up causing its own death. Hook Fong is an embarrassing dragon, a large dragon from the monstrous Nightmare lineage, belonging to the fire-breathing dragon class. There is no dragon more fierce and terrifying than the monstrous Nightmare. This giant dragon has a long neck and tail that somewhat resemble a snake. These creatures are usually either purple or crimson in color, with features that resemble snakes. The head and mouth of the monstrous Nightmare can swallow. Terrifying. It swallowed a Viking man whole, leaving only his foot. It is extremely aggressive, fiercely protective of its territory, and never backs down from a fight. Its fire is dense and somewhat resembles a liquid flame. It can burn an entire tree to ashes with a single breath. And since it is a member of the most fiery class, these hot-headed dragons have the ability to set their entire bodies on fire. So if you want to ride one, you need to have an iron backside like Gobber the Belch. Thanks to this dragon can be useful at night and also inside dark dragon caves. And let's not forget that it has a high tolerance thanks to its relatively tough skin. Though it's not as tough as the Grunkles, but at least it's tough enough to withstand blows from the Vikings' large hammers and their sharp arrows. And also able to endure the deadly magnesium explosion unique to the breed, belonging to the rare breed that can melt solid rocks, even though it has the ability to swim. Yes, you heard right. The terrifying Nightmare can swim and hold its breath for a long time while hunting fish. As for weaknesses, the real vulnerability of these dragons is losing their fire breath, since their fire breath is what protects them from a drop in body temperature, and losing it could lead to death. According to claims, they can lose their fire blast due to old age, exhaustion, or injury. Other than that, this dragon is mighty and unbeatable. The fan favorite, Toothless, Hiccup's dragon, is a medium-sized dragon from the Night Fury lineage, classified as an attack class. Speed unknown. Size unknown! Do not engage with this dragon. Your only chance of survival is to hide and pray it doesn't find you. This is what Hiccup read the first time he opened the dragon book. In the past, the Night Fury was considered one of the most mysterious types of dragons. In fact, no one even knew what a Night Fury looked like, because they only attack at night. And thanks to their black scales, they can blend into the night sky, making them mostly invisible. For a long time, the only information the Vikings had gathered about this rare dragon was the sound of a speeding whistle cutting through the night sky, followed by a bright purple flash. Then finally, a massive explosion. Instead of breathing fire like most dragons, the Night Fury can fire unique shots, as it is able to launch plasma blasts whose power it can control at will. And at the same time, it can take down the biggest dragon in the series. The Night Fury also has retractable teeth, and as you know, that's where the name Toothless comes from. While it may initially appear to be an evil and dangerous creature, it is actually fiercely loyal and protective of those it cares about. And let's not forget, it's the smartest dragon of all the others, to the point that it might even be smarter than Snotlout, Fishlegs, and Roughnut and Toughnut. The Night Fury possesses other abilities that set it apart from the rest, such as the ability to hide itself, by summoning and absorbing lightning from the sky to cloak itself in electricity, which creates an electromagnetic aura around it, making it temporarily invisible. And let's not forget that it also has the ability to use echolocation, as we saw in Dragons, Riders of Berk. As for weaknesses, the Night Fury has very few, which makes it difficult to defeat. However, but he has a weakness that only works on Toothless. The important thing is, he's the only one that exists, and his weakness is that he can't fly on his own without Hiccup. Toothless can't fly, as we know, because he's missing one of the small tail fins. Other than that, this dragon is invincible. Don't stand in his way, he'll kill you with the first strike. And finally, the bonus dragon in the video is the Bone Napper, which is classified in the Mystery class. The Bone Napper first appeared in the special episode or short film Legend of the Bone Napper Dragon. These rare and unnatural dragons live around Berk Island. And as its name suggests, it makes its own armor from the bones of other dragons. Without this shell of bones, the Bone Napper looks like a giant chicken. These bones also serve as a cover. Bones serve as a protective covering for them, and they are essential for performing basic tasks, such as visiting. As we saw in the special episode, this dragon lost just one small bone and was unable to visit for a long time until Jobber finally gave it to him. It takes Bonaparte a long time to complete his protective armor, and sometimes he spends many years just searching for a single bone. And like other dragons, it can also breathe fire from its mouth. But it isn't as powerful as that of the previous dragons. Most of this dragon's strength lies in its endurance and its extremely great physical power, as it carried 7 Viking warriors on its back along with a small sheep, in addition to the heavy bones, and on top of that, it soars through the sky. Just imagine this dragon's endurance. But every dragon has a weakness, and as I mentioned earlier, this dragon's weakness is that without its protective bone armor, it is vulnerable. And without its protective bone armor, the Bonaparte is as weak as a big chicken. And that's it for the dragons today, guys. Of course, as I said at the beginning, I can't talk about all the dragons in one video, so stay tuned for the next 4 parts where we'll explain the rest. And that's only if you do the obvious thing, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment here and there, and I'll work on the upcoming parts and see you in the next video. Goodbye!